In my normal suburban town, 4th of July weekend presented the perfect opportunity for a mini party in my backyard. With my parents away, I decided to invite around 20 people to join in on the fun. Our house had a fantastic pool, and I encouraged everyone to bring their bathing suits. Excitement filled the air as we planned to end the night with fireworks from last year's leftovers. To avoid any potential mess, I urged my guests to stay strictly in the backyard. The gathering was a hit, with around 20 to 30 people showing up. Laughter and games filled the evening, with some friends taking a dip in the pool, while others engaged in drinking games. Later in the night, we lit up the street with fireworks, enjoying the festive ambiance. As the clock struck midnight, the party began winding down, and by 1:30 a.m., everyone had left. The yard was littered with red plastic cups, empty bottles, and cans, but I decided to tackle the cleanup in the morning and headed to bed, feeling tired but content. However, my tranquility was short-lived. In the early hours of the morning, firecrackers exploded outside my window. Thinking it was just a prank from one of my friends who stayed behind, I rushed downstairs, determined to catch the culprit in the act. But to my confusion and horror, I found nobody in the backyard. Texting everyone I could think of, I tried to find out if any of my friends were still at the house, but only a few replied, saying they were already asleep or had gone home. Unnerved, but not wanting to overreact, I stepped outside into the backyard to check again, finding no sign of anyone. Deciding to head back inside, I locked the door and returned to my room. Within minutes, I heard strange sounds coming from the upstairs living room, including the unmistakable sound of a beer pong ball bouncing on the floor. Panic set in as I feared that someone was inside the house. I listened carefully at my door, trying to identify any movement outside. Suddenly, I heard footsteps approaching my room, followed by the doorknob jiggling. Thankfully, the door was locked. A deep voice on the other side called my name, and another voice confirmed my presence in the room. Terrified, I turned around and saw a masked intruder standing behind me, holding what appeared to be a gun. I let out a scream, but he quickly covered my mouth, threatening me to stay silent or face dire consequences. The intruders demanded the combination to my parents' safe, but I truthfully stated that I had no knowledge of it. 3 of them rummaged through the house, taking my mom's jewelry and other valuables they could find. The 10 minutes that followed felt like an eternity, with my life hanging in the balance. Finally, the intruders fled, leaving me shaken and traumatized. I immediately dialed 911, and the police arrived promptly. Unfortunately, the culprits had left no trace, and my neighbor's doorbell cameras didn't capture any evidence. Reflecting on the incident, it seemed likely that the robbers had targeted my house after seeing the party. They set off the firecrackers as a distraction to lure me outside while they sneaked in. Despite the terrifying experience, I'm grateful to be safe and have since become an advocate for home security cameras to deter potential criminals.